What's up, everyone? This your boy Skinny from the Circle Line podcast. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Check it out. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can also be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other platforms. You can make money from your podcast too with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the Circle Line. It's me, your boy Skinny, and I'm joined by the one and only Ozzy Fresh.
What up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It is... Currently for us, it is September 14th. It'll be September 15th when you're hearing this, so happy mid-September. And ready for another week. What's it, episode 5?
Episode 5.
Freaking get it.
It's definitely Tuesday for us.
Yes, what I said, right?
Yeah, no,
okay.
You said happy Wednesday.
Oh.
For the listeners, because they're listening on a Wednesday, but I remember back in the day, we used to go ham on the Taco Tuesday introductions.
Yeah,
you remember those?
No.
No? Come on. Happy Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, bro.
Oh, man. That has been a while.
It has been a while, but...
Wacky Wednesday, y'all.
Is that what we're going to do? That's what we're calling it?
I don't know. We need to workshop it.
Yeah, so happy Wacky Wednesday. It's a Tuesday for us. When you're listening to this, it'll be Wednesday. But yeah, man, it was an amazing weekend. Football is back on the calendar.
So beautiful.
It was just a glorious weekend, just all around. It even started as early on Thursday with the Buccaneers and Cowboys game.
Hell yeah.
We didn't get to talk about that on last episode. Yeah,
we did not.
So this is literally our first episode talking fucking regular season football.
And it's back and it's glorious. And just to kick it off, man, that was pun intended, by the way. That
Nice.
Thursday game was like one of the best games I had seen like ever to start a season. So
It was a good Wednesday. But before we even get into all the fun stuff, as we do every single episode, let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, drink of the night.
all right, we took it to the streets this week with our drink of the night. You guys may recall this as the can that knocked out a racist guy in a gas station one time, and it became super popular since then. I mean, it was already popular in some college communities, but now it's gotten bigger.
What is this story that you're talking about?
Oh, you've seen the video a million times.
Yeah.
This white dude is clearly drunk or on some kind of drugs, and he's being super racist and rude to some black dude that was just trying to buy a Twisted Tea. And he's literally holding the can in his hand like this, and the dude keeps talking to him, and then he literally just smacks him across the face with the can and knocks him out cold.
That's a big-ass fucking can.
With a can this size, too. So the dude gets knocked out cold from the Twisted Tea can. The video goes viral, and
I've never seen this video.
Twisted Tea share, you've seen it. You had to have seen it. Everyone saw it. Their shares went up. Like, everyone was buying this shit up. But to the point where I was in North Carolina not too long ago, and my buddy Grant was really trying to buy something to drink, and it was sold out in every store, like gas station and grocery. But yeah, this is Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. It's 5% alcohol by volume. It's just the original iced tea flavor. So it's big old yellow and blue can. You can't miss it. So here, let me put it up there for the YouTube audience.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing about that story.
Visual. It's not the first time. You just have a bad memory. You definitely heard it, and you've seen this video before. The dude, I think he even calls him the N-word, and that's when the dude loses his mind and just smacks him in the face with the can of Twisted Tea in the gas station. Literally obliterates him, but
It's crazy.
anyhow, let's not do that to each other tonight.
Yeah, so this is basically just a spiked iced tea.
Spiked iced tea.
Yeah.
You know, I know the seltzer gang has gone super big in the past couple summers.
Did you see White Claw got like a premium White Claw now?
No, really?
Kind of like a Bud Light Platinum type of thing.
Didn't even hear about it.
Yeah, I guess.
What's it called?
It's just called
White Claw Premium?
it might be fucking called premium. I don't know.
see.
You looking at it?
I googled White Claw Premium and nothing came up.
Nothing
White
came-
Claw launches new Surge flavors
Surge.
that come in blood orange and cranberry flavors, and
Nah.
it's 8% ABV
8%.
opposed to the 5%.
Exactly. So they got these new ones that are like much stronger.
So they're called White Claw Surge.
Surge. Feel the wave or something like that. Or feel the surge maybe.
I mean, either one works for me. I think you should get on that marketing team ASAP and definitely fix whatever they have going on over there. But yeah, it's hard iced tea with a twist of lemon. There's no carbonation, so they literally put that pretty big on the can there. So
What is it? A vodka?
I don't know what kind of alcohol is in here.
It's like a brisk with like a splash
Probably
of
malt
vodka.
liquor, to be honest with you.
Malt liquor.
Who knows, man? It doesn't say.
No.
There are pictures of people like on the beach and looks like a pirate. Guy from Brooklyn, Ian, drinking his twisted tea.
Guy from Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's a pirate. He's on there, so let's give this a try. Without any further ado, drink of the night.
First sip.
Oh, may I?
Pour me up, cuz.
This guy brought out the frickin'...
Well, so to tell you guys what happened, I brought out a cup, and then he's like, all right, that cup's not going to be big enough. So I went and got a bigger cup.
Fucking brought a chalice out here. Look at this thing. Built for the King of Denmark.
That's my... This is my Sunday mimosa glass, bro.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. I like it.
Tastes like iced tea.
Yeah. It tastes like a fucking can of brisk.
Tastes like a can of brisk, except if you have a few of these bad boys, it'll get you sleeping.
At that size, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for those who are not watching on the YouTube medium, we're definitely with a 24-ounce can, so it's quite the big boy. I feel like it tastes like tea, but there's something different about it.
It's got
like
an aftertaste. It's the alcohol, the malt liquor.
Yeah, it has to be the whatever the hell it is. We'll Google it.
Yeah, we need to figure out what the fuck is in this.
Yeah, so
you can't get it from the ingredients or whatever?
Nah, that's just a general surgeon's warning on there to not drink it while you're pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
So filibuster while I Google this real quick.
Absolutely. It does taste like tea, but it's kind of... The smell hits you, you know? Like when you go to put it in your nose, I guess maybe because I have a wide glass or whatever.
I was right. Naturally sweetened, 5% alcohol by volume, clear malt liquor beverage with select tea and natural flavors.
Yeah. All right.
So, small liquor can that tastes like tea.
How much that shit cost?
Can't be much. I think like $3 for this can. It wasn't crazy.
Yeah, original. It's not bad. I will never go out my way to get it again.
No.
Never.
But, you know... Next week, hopefully, is the pumpkin week.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We promised you guys something, and we did not come through.
Yeah. So we're definitely we had to get where we could.
Yeah.
You know. So
we'll make it up to you guys. But while we're on the pumpkin, I went pumpkin crazy last week, dude.
Yeah, man. So you ready to jump into the weekend overview?
Oh shit! Might as well. Let's do it.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, the weekend overview.
All right. So we're here. And we're having a great time. So as you guys know, last week's episode, we had the Sam Adams Oktoberfest. And that sparked Slimy's pumpkin peak interest. So I had gotten the Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin cold brew. And we ended up drinking it, I want to say 3 days in a row. From Wednesday to Saturday, we had pumpkin cold brews. And then Friday night, since we were such on a topic train about drinking pumpkin beers, we ended up going out with our buddy Mikey C on Friday, and we tried to find the closest brewery that had already their pumpkin beers out, but a lot of them, at least up here in Fort Myers, they're saving them for their Oktoberfest celebrations. They're just not out yet for the public consumption. So we ended up going to this place called 1025 that's a craft beer location. They obviously had a few pumpkin things on deck. So I had, I had a Marzen, and I had a pumpkin beer. Slime had a pumpkin imperial porter.
An imperial porter.
And you had was it pumpkin spice latte? I think that was me, type of beer. I don't remember. Either way, we pumpkined it up Friday night. Had a few of those, and then we realized, man, you can't really drink too much of these because they're very filling and very heavy. So after that, we just hopped around. I feel like we casually went to at least 11 bars in one night.
There was nothing casual about Friday night.
And ended up getting home around 3 a.m. We'll leave the details to your imagination. It was quite the night. And then the next morning was a bunch of just suffering by the both of us. I think you were out of commission the whole day. Your whole day.
Hours.
Me, I was out of commission till about 4 or 5 p.m. and then I snapped myself out of it and got up and at 'em. But so kept it a chill Saturday. Didn't do much. I don't think we did anything at night. We just kind of chilled at home, getting ready for the big day Sunday.
Oh, I did go to Popeyes on Saturday night.
Oh, you went to Popeyes.
And I got the world famous chicken nuggies.
Yeah.
That just so happened to let me down.
Yeah, you broke my heart with that revelation.
I'm sorry. I mean, hey, you might like them, but just to my tasting and like what I want from a chicken nugget, it's way too flaky.
But what's your number one chicken nugget?
Oh man.
You're going to a fast food place.
Like the junky ones, or can I count Chick-fil-A?
I guess you can count Chick-fil-A. They're a fast food place, but I feel like their nuggets are like so healthy. You know what
they're delicious. They're really greasy though.
Are they?
Yeah, you get the box and they're full of grease. But Chick-fil-A would be number one for me.
They're your best chicken nuggets on the scene.
Yeah, and then McDonald's, and then Wendy's, and then Burger King.
I don't even think you should put Burger King on the list.
They're
dreadful chicken nuggets. Once they got rid of the Dino Nugs, they just went to shit. So I don't like them at all. If I had to name it, if I had to call it out, I'd have to go. I'm still a McDonald's chicken nugget lover for life. For sure. The breading is always going to be number one for me. Good, yeah. 2, I'll go Chick-fil-A. I'll concede to that one. Oh,
you're going to put Chick-fil-A on this list and still put McDonald's ahead of them?
Yeah, 100%. And then number 3 would be Wendy's. And then yeah, I guess that's where the drop-off happens. And we're not including like places like PDQ and all these other fast food chains. We're talking about fast food that's easy to find everywhere, even in Clewiston. And yeah, so that would be my order. But anyways, moving on. So go try them yourselves at Popeye's Nugs and let me know. I might do it myself this weekend too, just to get a feel for it on my own.
Do it. Remember that I told you they're way too flaky. They're kind of mushy, and maybe I should tell them fucking double deep fry them.
I was gonna say well done or something.
Well done. Maybe they'll throw a batch in there just for me.
that might help. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go and ask for them well done.
Give it a shot.
And then Sunday. We were right back at it. I actually went to church.
Sunday was awesome.
Praise the Lord. In the morning, early morning, I got another pumpkin cold brew that morning.
Nice.
And then we went to Publix, picked up a bunch of goodies, and set up 2 big-ass TVs in the living room and watched football from 1 till 11 o'clock at night.
Literally.
And it was a beautiful thing. We had some wangs, we had some pizza rolls, we had some chippies, we had some dip, we had some beers. Had a whole bunch of Crown Apple.
Too much Crown Apple.
And we enjoyed our Sunday, man. Yes. And our team won.
Yeah, Sunday was quite the experience. It felt so good just to wake up on a Sunday and be like, holy smokes, man. As soon as 1 o'clock comes around.
And I felt like we were just getting teased because our game didn't start till 4:25.
For real. That was that did suck. That's the only thing I didn't look forward to. There was so many points in the day where I was like, fuck, let's play like some Call of Duty or something. Just to
Nobody wants to watch this Buffalo Steelers game that's just shit.
Yeah, that was a rough one. But shout out to the Bills for losing that. Everybody in the AFC East lost with the exception of the Miami Dolphins. So we sit atop the mountain in our division at 1-0. But any takeaways from Thursday's game? Were you impressed? What were you most impressed about? Was there anything you enjoyed to see? What is your take on Tom Brady, Dak Prescott coming off that foot ankle injury?
Yeah, the biggest concern to me, not necessarily was Dak's ankle, but his shoulder, right? Because, for those who followed Hard Knocks, you saw that he hurt it. He didn't participate in any of the preseason games. They were limiting his throw count. They said he was good to go. I was still hesitant. Even in my fantasy leagues, I was hesitant to get him. So I didn't. And, I was impressed that Dak did his freaking thing. He threw for 403 yards and 3 touchdowns. He passed the ball 58 times. Tom Brady, though, still the GOAT all time. He threw for 379 and 4 TDs. And the 2 picks he did throw weren't even his fault. So I was just so blown away. I thought the Bucs were going to win by a good margin. Not necessarily a blowout, but I just figured that defense was not going to let Dak do anything. But man, everybody showed up to play. Aside from Zeke, obviously. Zeke had 11 carries for 30 yards, but Amari Cooper showed out with 13 catches, 139 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 7 for 100. Michael Gallup did his thing. It looked like they were just all around. Their offense was just going at it.
Against a good Tampa Bay defense.
Against a great Tampa Bay defense. That Tampa Bay defense that shut Patrick Mahomes down. And it was literally a back-and-forth game. First quarter, 7-7. Second quarter, 9-14. Third quarter, 10-7. And then finally only 3 points scored at the end of the game to friggin' the Bucs to win. Man, I thought that was freaking crazy.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal game. I'm still in awe at the fact that this guy is damn near 45 fucking years old, bro. And he's putting up the numbers he's doing, throwing the ball the way he's throwing it. It's the greatest thing we've seen in all of sports. Mm-hmm. No matter what sport you want to talk about. He is the ultimate GOAT. He's greater than Michael Jordan, in my opinion.
Well, they asked him that, I think, prior to week 1. They were like, hey, are you trying to be Joe Montana? Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, I'm trying to be Michael Jordan. He's trying to be the greatest athlete ever to play its sport,
And he doesn't look like he's nowhere near done. Mm-mm. Like, you don't see him, I know it's week 1, maybe as the season progresses, you'll start to see him, lose a little bit. But fuck, man.
His deep ball looked good.
Everything looked
really good. And then he got the ball back down 3. with 1 minute and 24 seconds left, and I was like, they're going to win this game.
Just Brady doing Brady.
It's going to be Brady doing Brady.
It was just unbelievable. But definitely shout out to the Cowboys, man. They went against a really good team, and they
in their house
on the road, and they looked phenomenal. They had the game won.
Yeah,
the game was won. They put themselves in a great position. I think they gave the Cowboys the ball with the lead with less than. I mean, they gave the Buccaneers the ball
with 1 minute 24 left.
With less than 2 minutes left. Like you didn't even give the other team a real chance at like a solid, legit 2-minute drill.
You know what the crazy part is? Tom Brady wasted 4 throws on purpose on that drive. Like he could have got he did his first check, you could see, and then he threw it right out of bounds to save to kill time for these field goals. But just like he could have got even further down the field had those first reads gone right. And it's just crazy to think that this dude is that old, like you said, and he marched it all the way down enough to get a field goal, enough to win the damn game.
It's really incredible the things that he's doing. I'm at all, and I kind of wish I was a Buccaneers fan, living in Florida too.
I mean, we also won.
Who?
The Dolphins.
Oh, no, but we ain't winning Super Bowls, dog.
We don't got Tom Brady,
We
man.
don't have Tom Brady. We have the furthest thing from Tom Brady at that. But so that was a great way to kick off the week 1 of the NFL. It's just a real phenomenal game. Very enjoyable, dude. To the average fan, if you're watching it, you were enjoying it. They were slinging passes. Antonio Brown was amazing. Gronk caught, 2 touchdowns?
2 touchdowns for 90 yards, 8 catches.
Crazy.
And Chris Godwin had over 100 yards receiving, too. So it's just like the only guy, of course, the guy on my fantasy team, Mike Evans, only caught for 24 yards, but every other receiver caught for over 90 and a touchdown, so that's great.
There you go. That happens in fantasy.
Especially my fantasy.
Yeah. Another notable game that we spoke about last week, we had about 5 games that we brought to the audience. We called our picks, and we would be keeping our eye on them. One was Jets and Panthers. Did you have any takeaways from that game? How did you feel? What did you see?
I think that Zach Wilson tightened up in the second half, and they obviously made it a close game. I think the kid's going to be good. I really do believe that. As far as the Panthers go, it looks like Christian McCaffrey hasn't missed a step, man.
He has not missed a step. The guy
He led the team in receiving, 9 catches for 89 yards, and then he also ran 21 times for 98 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry almost, so... Damn.
I mean, he leaves me speechless. He's such a great talent. And it's so awesome to see, especially like coming off of injury and shit like that. He was so missed last year, that's just a player that makes Sundays more fun for everybody, except for the opposing defenses and defensive coordinators that have to go up against him.
And to think like Sam Darnold's no Pat Mahomes or Tom Brady that you really have to plan anything crazy against, and so that their main focus is going to be Christian McCaffrey, and he still does it week by week.
Definitely. It was nice to see. It was so awesome to also see Robbie Anderson catch that touchdown. Fucking from his old Jet teammate Sam Darnold.
That was his only catch of the game.
Was it really the
only
only
catch for 57 yards?
1 catch, 57 yards, touchdown. And then you see him in the end zone celebrating, doing the jet dance, and I was like, yo, what a scumbag.
Yeah, that's hilarious. The other cool thing is that VR experience with that Panther. I thought that was pretty damn cool.
Oh shit, that was wicked.
Yeah.
So we were having a debate, me, you, and your wife. We were trying to figure out if the people in the arena could actually see that.
I know they do the holograms in hockey games, and those are on the ice, so obviously everyone can see it because it's dark. I'm curious. I mean, I have some friends that went to the game themselves, so maybe I can reach out to them and see if they saw whatever
that's
Panther
just like
VR.
a TV thing for us in the audience.
Yeah, because I think the Ravens one was a TV only thing when the big Raven was flying in VR last year or the year before. But I'll double check with them and I'll ask and see what they say.
Yeah, so the Panthers ended up winning that game. They beat the New York Stinking Jets.
Stinking.
Another AFC Divisional East rivalry that gets the loss, so another one for the Dolphins. Another key matchup that we looked into was Packers-Saints. Dear God, what the fuck happened?
I don't know, but we have to talk quietly now, so Alex don't hear what the hell's going on.
Unbelievable.
Is Aaron Rodgers tanking? Is that what's happening?
We had this conversation, and... your take was, it's his last year, he's going to go out with a bang, da-da-da-da. And my take was, or it's his last season, and he don't give a fuck. And, dude, I was looking at some of the throws he made. And bro, I don't know if other people feel this way, but it looked like he was just missing them on purpose. The ball placement, where he was putting them, I'm like, Rodgers doesn't miss that throw. Like, it was just surreal seeing it happen and watching it unfold.
But why would you leave giving them like a high draft pick and giving them some kind of promise in the first round?
I don't think he's taking all that into consideration.
I mean, why would you tank? Why would you risk your QBR for your career and interception ratios and everything like that? Like, he threw for 133 yards and 2 picks. His passer rating was pretty shit.
Yeah. Maybe they really pissed him the fuck off, bro.
Yeah.
What better way to get him back?
I guess.
So maybe it's not that wouldn't say doing it on purpose, but maybe he's just not giving it his all. It was just so strange. I'm literally watching. I saw some of the throws, and I'm like, okay, you could have made that throw. You usually make that throw. What the fuck are you doing? And his body language was off. Everything was it was so weird. I was taken away. Jameis Winston, we had a whole conversation about him.
LASIK fixed him.
I don't think I've ever heard a stat line like this before. You throw for 148 yards. How many touchdowns could you possibly have?
5, apparently.
There's the answer, ladies and gentlemen. That was just unbelievable. So, shout out to Jameis Winston. We spoke about him very highly. We thought he was going to have a good year. And then,
rooting for him. We're rooting for him.
Definitely rooting for him. Did you see him in the post game?
Yeah. They told him.
Can you quote that? Do you remember how it goes?
Yeah, he's like, I remember my trainer told me, and he's like, I remember like it was yesterday. My trainer told me, he's like, damn, what'd he say? He said something like that. Like,
I don't know. Maybe he just said, let's play hard.
So you gotta love him, bro.
It was just unbelievable. Jameis doing Jameis things, but the Saints end up blowing out the Green Bay Packers 38-3. And the Saints weren't even at home. It wasn't a home game. They were playing in fucking Jacksonville. Green Bay did not show up. That was just unbelievable, stunning 38-3, just a straight up ass whooping.
And they were the heavy favorites. The Packers were.
I had the Packers in one of my fucking parlays.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna talk about them damn Vikings who also let me down. But
Vikings let everyone down. It feels
the
like
Vikings always let me down. Yvonne, if you're listening,
fist up.
Yeah. But all right, man. So we're gonna keep talking about a little bit of football. But before we go any further, how about you bless us with a fact of the day, Slime?
All right. So I have another double fact of the day today. The first one is in regards to Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
So Sunday, 2 days ago now, marks the first time that Trevor Lawrence has lost since he was 13 years old, a football game.
That's crazy.
He went through all of high school, went through all of college, and into the pros, not losing a single regular season game ever. So this is all new to him. That's crazy fact of the day. Has guys in lots of games who's 13. Spent a solid like 10 years.
I wonder how he's dealing with this week.
He threw 3 interceptions, so definitely not that great. But this is a real life check. Welcome to the NFL. You play for Jacksonville. Yep. This is what happens.
It's going to be a long season. He's going to have a lot of losing this year. It's all going to come at once.
But that's what makes him better, right? You know, and he's a smart dude. He's crazy athletic.
And he looked really good.
Yeah, he looked good
for whatever. That is worth a lot. Mm-hmm. He looked good. He made some really good throws. Of course, he's a rookie. He's going to throw some interceptions, but some of the throws he made, like standing tall in that pocket.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good. And then for our fun fact of the day, this is for all my height challenged folks out there. I'm including myself in this conversation. Indonesia is the home to the shortest people in the world. Though there are short and tall people everywhere, Indonesia is home to the shortest people in the world. And according to a data compilation from various global sources in 2017, when taking both genders into account, the average adult in Indonesia is only 5 feet 1 inch.
Damn, dog.
People in Bolivia don't tend to be much taller with an average adult height of 5'2". But yeah, so if you're short and you want to be a tall guy somewhere,
or you want to be
tall, or a female tall somewhere, if you're over 5'1", you're in the clear in Indonesia. So yeah, that just I saw it and I was like, man, me being not so tall myself over there, I'd be a king. I walk around there at 5'8", looking down on the 5'1"ers, like, what's up? I'm the tall guy here. So yeah, if you ever want to take a trip to Indonesia, just know that you'll be out there as one of the tallest people in the country if you're over 5'1".
Nice. I wonder what they would think of me.
Oh shit. Chupacabra.
Oh,
But that's your fact of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. All right, moving back to some football. We had some more games that we highlighted last week. The next one we're going to talk about now is Giants and Broncos. I believe you went ahead and picked the Broncos. I mean, the Giants, just for the sake of pleasing your friends.
Yeah.
And, boy, were they not pleased. Broncos put an ass whooping on the Giants. Tough to watch. Shout out to Teddy Bridgewater, local Florida hero. He had a really good game, 28 36, 264, and 2 touchdowns. Melvin Gordon went crazy, 11 for 101.
He went undrafted in many fantasy leagues because people assumed that Javonte Williams is going to take over that spot. But, yeah, only 11 carries, 101 yards, and a touchdown. So, good for him.
That's crazy. The Broncos ended up winning that game. We spoke about how good the unknown secondary of the Denver Broncos was. Not really unknown. It was just one fucking guy I couldn't name. But the Broncos went and took care of business on the road and got themselves a nice little win. And
Von Miller's back. Got 2 sacks.
That AFC West is turning out to probably be one of the better divisions in football. I think they all won. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think so.
That whole division is 1-0.
And fortunately, they lost Jerry Jeudy for at least a minimum of 8 weeks on the IR with a high ankle sprain. But they're looking good, man. They're looking pretty damn good. That's why I guess, like you were saying, why Aaron Rodgers is so tied to these guys, because they really might be just an elite quarterback away from making it to the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah, they definitely are. I think they are. And Teddy Bridgewater might not get them to the Super Bowl, but it definitely looks like they could be a playoff team. And if you give them home field, that could be a tough out. Then again, it's only week 1.
It is only week 1.
We're not going to go too crazy. The Giants still have time to turn things around. Saquon Barkley only had, 10 carries for 26 yards, 2.6 yards per carry. Not looking good. I warned you guys to stay away from him in fantasy football.
Just because he's a Giant, right?
No, that's not why. We had a whole fucking episode where I said it's his knee, but and it turns out that that's not looking good. What did they have him ADP at 3?
Yeah. Average draft position was 3 for sure.
Yeah, so I thought that was just ridiculous. No, it wasn't average. It was rankings. It was just a like top 25 rankings, and I believe they had him at 3.
Yeah. Well, either way, even with that, the ADP at least on ESPN had him as a top 4 pick to get taken.
But whatever, it's still only week 1. Maybe they could turn it around. We'll see what happens.
They play this Thursday against the Washington football team with no Ryan Fitzpatrick. Tyler Heineke's in. He's also on the IR, so at least they have a short week ahead of them. Hopefully, Saquon heals up those knees and ices himself down and gets ready for a good game against the stout D-line that is the Washington football team.
Yeah, that team is good, but we'll see what happens. So just on a regular level open discussion, were there any other games that really stood out to you, or any players that you were impressed to see? Anything like that stood out to you over the week?
I mean, the Rams look damn good, man. Mm-hmm. That pick that I called the dark horse, I think they have a really good shot. I think Stafford was a guy that they were really missing.
Is it fair to call that a dark horse, though?
No, I guess, but when we were speaking on it, that was my sleeper Super Bowl contender, or at least making it to the NFC Championship game.
Okay.
Yeah, they went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff, so I guess with Matt Stafford they would probably do it too.
Yeah.
But I mean, not probably do it too, but it's going to be tough. But now with Green Bay looking the way they're looking, you just got Tampa Bay to deal with, really.
Yeah.
And NFC.
No, that team is stacked, dude. They got fucking. They literally have the best D lineman in the game. They have the best secondary player in the game. I was going to say the best corner, too. There's definitely some more other notable players on that defense. The receiver core, I think, is phenomenal with
Cooper Kupp balled the hell out.
Cooper Kupp and I was just gonna say Jordan Woods.
Jordan Woods, yeah. Careful.
Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, and I'm not sure who else they have, but I think they have some other solid receivers on that team. And now you add Stafford,
Deshaun Jackson,
that's who it is. You add Stafford, who is just an elite gunslinger. And they look good. Granted, it was the Chicago Bears.
They have a good defense, too.
They do have a good defense.
Stafford's line was sick. 20 for 26, 321 yards, and 3 TDs, no picks.
Wicked.
Fucking good, man.
That team is going to be tough. They have a tough game this week, I believe, because I was looking at the pick'ems for this week coming up, and I want to tell you guys who the Rams do play, because I think it's going to be a tough matchup. Yeah, they play Indianapolis on the road. Indianapolis lost over the weekend. But I still think if they could go to, what's the name of the Indianapolis field?
Lucas Oil.
Lucas Oil. If they can go into Lucas Oil and beat that team on the road, that's just going to be an even bigger statement for a team that's already looking really fucking good.
Yeah.
So, as for me, I was impressed with, believe it or not, a team that lost, the Cleveland Browns.
Oof. They looked damn good.
They looked really good.
They blew it.
They blew it. To do what they did on the road against that team, I thought it was just really good. Their run game was amazing. Fucking Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney were looking really good on that line. Baker Mayfield did his thing until the very end, but you were down. He really didn't have to force that throw that he made. It was only first down, but the clock was ticking and it's a lot of pressure. You need a score. So,
and it didn't help that Nick Chubb fumbled like at the goal line.
Yeah. Also, they had a chance to like flip field position and the fucking punter muffed the football.
Mm-hmm.
So, if there's a team that stood out to me over the weekend, it was definitely the Cleveland Browns.
And that was without OBJ. He didn't even play.
OBJ, but the Browns always do better without him.
That's
apparently.
true too. He was a last minute scratch, but I think that they're definitely a team to be reckoned with in the AFC.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I think that's a good team. And
finally, right?
Good
for those guys.
Yeah. So what? Like 3 years ago, they were trash. I
think Hugh Jackson won one game in like 3 years there.
Cleveland's been bad for a long time, so it's nice to see them getting some dubs, even though they lost over the weekend. But made the playoffs last year, got a playoff win.
Against the Steelers.
Coming into this year, they look really good. That was another team that looked impressive to me, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I thought the complete opposite. I didn't think they looked good at all. I think both teams just played like shit, and it was a hard game to watch.
I think both teams just have such great defenses. I don't think you're taking that into account. I thought it was a tough game within the trenches, and teams are gonna fucking hit hard.
Maybe I just hate super strong defensive matchups like those 3 fucking 9 games like that. Rams, was it Super Bowl? Was it that's where it was super low
Rams,
score?
Patriots.
Yeah, it was like annoyingly dumb.
Oh,
yeah, I don't like that.
Sometimes it's not entertaining unless, like we talked about a week ago, that Georgia game. Mm-hmm. Georgia, I forgot versus.
Eso mismo, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I forget who the fuck did Georgia beat? It was a 10-7 game. I thought it was so good. Georgia Clemson.
There you go.
Yeah, and like we said, Baltimore and Steeler games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love games like that. But I thought Ben looked good.
Najee Harris he played every single offensive snap.
He's young enough, he needs to.
Whole damn game.
Yeah, the defense looked great. T.J. Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick. Buffalo's offense did not look that great, and I'm hoping they take that same energy into week 2 against the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I love it. Devin Singletary, please rush for 4 yards again up in our house, please. That'd be great. Actually, we're playing them in their house, I think.
So speaking of the Miami Dolphins, let's get into this Dolphin talk. We saved it for last. What was your takeaway from Sunday's game?
Man, the only thing I picture in my mind over and over and over is that Tua interception, which really bothered me. But I don't know. I felt like it was one of those defensive games, I guess, as well, that both were just playing pretty decent defense on both ends. Nothing out of the ordinary special. Mac Jones didn't throw any kind of picks, although Byron Jones had some crazy good pass breakups, and Xavier Howard forced that fumble at the end of the game. So, we're there defensively. I think that defense is going to be great the whole season long, like we have been. I'm just still curious if Tua is going to be the guy that pushes us over. If he's going to be our Joe Flacco in the Super Bowl because the defense is so elite that the quarterback doesn't have to do much. If he's going to be our Trent Dilfer, you know what I'm saying? Like a guy that you can hide and still try to win a Super Bowl. Kind of like what the Rams did against the Patriots. They kind of hid Goff. In that game, the San Fran with Jimmy Garoppolo, is he going to be enough to get us there? And I don't know. I don't think so.
So those 2 teams you mentioned, the Joe Flacco run, what he did, he was probably the best player on the field every game throughout that playoff.
The playoffs, yeah, but
it was just phenomenal. So we need Tua to just be what we hope him to be.
Yeah, well, that's what got him the $100 million contract,
Absolutely.
right? Because he won the Super Bowl.
It was Aaron Rodgers underneath that jersey. What Flacco did, it was just phenomenal. And then when you also speak about the Rams, Todd Gurley was a machine up until I believe the Super Bowl, where I think he had injured his knee or something like that, where he barely played, and they just had a phenomenal run game, and we don't have that. My takeaway from the Dolphins game was, I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't happy. I liked some things that I saw. I loved the way that they used Jalen Waddle. He really impressed me. He had that one big drop where he was just wide open and just completely dropped it. That was disappointing to see, but Devontae Parker looked good, made some tough catches going up in the air and getting them. I didn't see much of Gesicki, but between Waddle and Devontae Parker, I thought they looked really good. The offensive line was shaky. We had the rookie starting at left tackle. Tua didn't do nothing for me. He looked like the same guy from last year. I believe he completed 16 passes. He barely threw for 200 yards. He threw one touchdown, threw a ridiculous interception that literally costed us the game. It should have cost us the game. Yeah. And he was outplayed by a rookie quarterback from his own school. Mm-hmm. Mac Jones completely outplayed him, had more completions, more passing yards, the same amount of touchdowns. He looked way more poised. I just wasn't happy, and I'm not satisfied. And I will continue to dog Tua every single Sunday until I see a change. I'm not happy. I don't think he's great, and I don't think he will be great. I pray to the 7 gods that he does become great.
The 7 gods.
But it's just not there. He literally looked like the same fucking quarterback from last year.
He did.
And there was some key fucking third downs, and even at the end of the game, to ice the game, it was a 3rd and 1.
All he had to do was throw it out of bounds.
No, not even that. Like, to ice the game, once we had already got that turnover, it was 3rd and 1. Who they bring in? Jacoby Brissett to run a quarterback sneak. So now there's somebody on the roster that does something you can't even do. So you're just even less valuable. I don't know, man. I can do this all day.
I see. You're like, this is the most energetic I've ever heard you on this podcast.
It's just, it's Tua, man, and we're going to go as far as he takes us. The defense is not going to be able to save us every time. This game was won by the New England Patriots. The score was 17-16. The Patriots had the ball inside the red zone with like 3 minutes left to either score a field goal and win the game or score a touchdown and completely close it, and they fumbled. The defense bailed us out again. It's not going to happen.
And then of all players, Xavier Howard, the guy that we didn't want to pay at first, and thank God we did.
It's going to be tough, man. And now we have the Buffalo Bills coming in this weekend. And like I've been saying all week, good luck beating the Buffalo Bills by scoring 17 points. Mm-hmm. I don't see it happening. I'm not saying I don't see us winning. There's definitely ways that we can win. We also get Will Fuller back this week. We also get back our starting left tackle from last year, who was a first-round pick, Austin Jackson. You got the giggle face.
Just because you said good luck beating the Buffalo Bills by scoring 17 points, and they only scored 16 points last week. I know. I'm just saying, I just think the irony in that was great because it was just like, good luck beating them with 17. It's like, well, technically we could have.
It's possible, but I don't see them coming with that same performance again this week, and I'll stand by that. Good luck beating them, only scoring 17 points.
So do you think our defense is close to the Steelers' defense?
We don't have nowhere near the pass rush that they have. Maybe I would have to say they have better linebackers than us, too. They got fucking Devin Bush. TJ Watt is considered, I think they play like a 3-4, so he's considered a linebacker. They have the best safety in the game in Minkah Fitzpatrick. I don't know whose defense is better.
Well, the only reason why I asked that is because Big Ben went 18 for 32 for 188 yards and a touchdown, and Najee Harris only ran for 45 yards. So it's not unfeasible, but that's why I said defense-wise, can our defense keep up? Because if that's the case, then Tua can play the same game he played and still come out victorious over this Buffalo Bills team. Granted, Buffalo was playing away, right? Or no, they were playing in Buffalo. Yeah. They played in Buffalo, and at least offensive-wise, our team did way better offensively, it looks like. It's just, that's why I brought the defense question in, because if that's the case, we definitely have a good shot of beating Buffalo.
Comparisons like that don't really, I don't think you get much out of that. It's going to be a totally different Sunday. The Buffalo Bills are not going to do the same exact thing they did last week.
And at home again.
And, no, on the road.
No, they're home again. We play them in Buffalo.
Oh, I thought the game was here in Miami.
We play them in Buffalo.
Okay, so now we got to travel. So it's like, it's not going to happen again, dude. It's just going to be
let's hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a tough game. I hope we edge it out. I hope we get the W. But we're going to have to see a better performance from Tua.
Have to.
We're going to have to see a better performance from the offensive line. The defense did its thing. If they can follow it up again, we'll have a chance.
One key takeaway that I think is very underlooked is that we were way more aggressive on offense. I feel like we were taking shots. That Jalen Waddle shot was a good one.
Yeah.
Tua was definitely trying to throw the ball down the field, I feel, for the most part. Yeah. So at least that Chan Gailey experience is over. Jalen Waddle in the open field looked the fuck out. The guy's just great. That touchdown where he dove in was amazing. So I do like, and I think I saw a stat where I think they said 25% of our plays were like aggressive plays. Mm-hmm. Travis Wingfield had posted something like that on Twitter. And the next biggest team that did it was like 13%. So we're trying, you know. This is week 1. It is against a Bill Belichick defense. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they were missing their best corner, but it's still that team. And now we're going into another great defensive team in Buffalo. So we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens.
It's going to be interesting. So Miami at Buffalo this Sunday. All eyes on Tua.
1 o'clock.
We'll go as far as he takes us. All right, man. Before we get out of here and we wrap it up, send us home with a giggle and something to laugh about. To the audience, it is now that time that you've all been waiting for. He did what?
He did what? All right. So this one's an odd one. The title of this one is Dogs, Mushrooms, and Voyeurism. And the he did what goes as follows. A 38-year-old Cole Avenue man reported that his home was invaded on September 9th. The man said that he was sitting home alone, masturbating and watching a pornographic movie when a man came down into the basement holding a gun and started to videotape him. The man said that before he left, the intruder fed his dog some mushrooms and the dog died. He did what?
I'm gonna need you to tell me this story again.
All right,
I'm
let me
so
just
lost here.
Let me give you.
This is like the.
And the crazy part is the more fucked up person is not the guy that was caught on camera jerking off in his basement. It's the guy that came in and recorded him and then killed his dog with mushrooms. So
okay.
So let's roll it back. Roll it back. All right. Dogs, mushrooms, and voyeurism. A 38-year-old Cole Avenue man reported that his home was invaded on September 9th. The man said that he was sitting home alone, masturbating, and watching a pornographic movie when a man came down into his basement holding a gun and started to videotape him. The man said that before he left, the intruder fed his dog some mushrooms and the dog died. The suspect is still at large.
This is insane.
He did what? So you broke into a dude's house, just happened to find out that he was in his basement jerking off, decided to record a little bit of it, like, hey, show me what you're working with there. And then the dog wants to be a friendly dog. He's like, here, dog, try these mushrooms. And then you kill the dog, and then you just walk out. That is he did what?
It's very disturbing. All I see is a dead dog and a guy masturbating. This is just awful imagery for me. This is like the second he did what in this season where we catch somebody jerking off.
This time this guy wasn't covered in Vaseline at
or
least.
in his car. This guy
was doing it the right way. He was home alone in his basement just doing his own thing. And this guy not only comes in and videotapes him, he also kills his damn dog. That just sucks, man.
That's fucking shitty. You never cease to fail us. Alright, man. Send us out of here.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. This has been a fun episode. Football's back. That's going to be pretty much a lot of our content because that's one of our, at least my favorite sport for sure, that we get to talk about. And our hometown team that has all these expectations from at least us. We want them to do their thing. But I want to thank you as always. Please rate, review, subscribe on wherever you get your podcast. Please catch us on YouTube. We got about 4 videos up. Our first 2 videos were up in views, but our last 2 haven't been up as much. So please, if you can, get on that YouTube, hit that play button, watch that for us. And even if it's in the background, even if you're hearing us already on the podcast, click the YouTube link as well. Put it on the background. You can see how me and Slime interact with each other here, left to right, and we give you visuals of our drinks of the night and some good stuff. So we want to feel like you're here with us because that's what we feel like we're there with you listening. So I want to thank you guys so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're at, wherever you are, if you made us, the Circle of Slime, a part of your day, we thank you, we appreciate, and we love you guys. It's me, your boy Skinny, and the one and only Ozzy Fresh.
Peace out, everybody.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Mic checking 3 4 78 43. Tango Roger.
Tango Roger.
Yeah.
Now that's a bunch of hoopla.